What's up, y'all? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air tonight. NASCAR Cup Series racing from North Wilkesboro. It's the NASCAR All-Star Race 2023 edition, and Valhalla Sports Talk is here for all the action. What's up, everybody? What's up? Driver introductions ongoing right now for the big All-Star race. Some quick shout-outs. Paul Greenwell in the house says, "This is awesome." Johnny B. Good says, "Let's go racing," with Josh Berry in that 48. Bertolino in the house says, "Hey, racing fans." Howard Johnson checks in, and I know you didn't call me boy. Skip Glenn in the house. What's up, Skip? 10 up in here, up in here. Crazy competition tonight on YouTube, as there's about 18 channels showing the actual video on your TV screen. As I mentioned, they're nearing the end of driver introductions. They started them early. I hope to be online for the introductions. It did not work out because they started them early, as I mentioned. But hope everybody's doing well up in here, up in here. And we're going to have some NASCAR All-Stars tonight here on the channel. Currently introducing the crew from the 6 car. There we go. Christopher Bell just introduced. All-Star Racing says, "Brandon Bleed, glad you're streaming. Hopefully you get a good turnout." I don't know. Yeah, Harvick is in the 29 tonight. In the 29, a throwback paint scheme to his first win in Atlanta. And he'll be piloting the 29 for the last time in his swan song season at the NASCAR Cup Series level. William Byron gets introduced. How you doing, Skip Glenn? What happened to my music? Right, there's currently introducing Briscoe, Chase Briscoe, the Stewart Haas driver, number 14. Paul says, "I don't normally stay up for NASCAR, but this is special." Sure looks like it, according to YouTube. A tire wear track, that means Harvick should contend for the win. I don't know. They were pretty aggressive here last night in those heat races, and that usually does not bode well for Harvick. It's usually he's like the consistent driver that finds a line, sticks to it, and consistently moves his way up through the field. Tonight's race will likely be won by somebody willing to wreck their mother for the win. Roy McDonald says, "Hello, I'm your 16th and I'm from Maine. Shout out to the state of Maine, the great state of Maine." As I mentioned, driver introductions currently going on. Joey Logano next across the stage. They're showing one of his fans in the stands, and he's got a number of his NASCAR Hot Wheels lined up on the bench next to him. Elishiva Jones. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in, Elishiva. Make sure to hit the like. Appreciate the visit. Ron Duffney checks in. What's up, Ron? What is up, Ron? How's the audio, y'all? Is this music too loud? You turn it down a little bit. All right, Daniel Suarez getting introduced right now. A lot of screaming, a lot of yelling as Jamie Little introduces these drivers one at a time. Then they come out of the tube and throw stuff at the fans. Roy McDonald says, "Go Kyle Busch." Kevin, Harvick, Denny Hamlin, and Bubba Wallace. What's up, Matt Godwin? Doing good, y'all. Paul says, I wasn't born when they raced at North Wilkesboro last time in 96. I was. They're going to go to a commercial break here. Mute that out a little bit. In a NASCAR Cup Series watch party, it's the All-Star race from North Wilkesboro. This is probably a one-off event, y'all. I'm not sure they'll do this again at this track, but we'll see. We will see. I know the turnout's been good, and they've been enjoying it, but this is a rather small track. Bertolino Parrot Bird Rescue Organizations is high. Love to you all. Have a great time. Appreciate Bertolino. Football 12 checks in. What's going on? Football 12? All right, this race, according to the schedule, is set to start at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's 5 p.m. Pacific. Paul says, I was just born a month after Dale Sr. died. The Kerm checks in. If the turnout is great, why not race there in the future? Because I don't know what the attendance is exactly here, like how many they can hold, but I don't think it's really high. I don't think it's a ton, but we'll see. I know they passed on repaving this track in hopes to have a really a good race, a grippy racetrack. But there is a danger tonight of this track breaking apart. It is so old. They do have a sealant on standby should some of this track come up tonight, but it will be a delay should that occur. Probably about 15 minutes. Troy says, was Truck NASCAR here Friday night and who won? I'm not sure, Troy. Track has not been paved in 42 years. They're saying that the place for the traction is where they've got the sealant down to fix the track, to make it good enough to drive a car on. Stephen McSpeak checks in and says, let's go chase Elliott. What's up, El Pepe? Paul Larson won the Trek race, reports Paul. 21 up in here. Herm says if they do decide to race there again, we should see a whole new track, like in Atlanta. Yeah, if they're going to race here again, they're going to have to redo this track. It might not make it through tonight. Matt says they were having to go half throttle on the straightaways last night. Yep, lots of money, and it takes a long time for a new track to race very well. But Jeff Gordon will be driving the pace car tonight. Ray Evernham on the flag stand. Just put some dirt on it, says Brandon. Just throw some dirt on it. Some Band-Aids. Chewing gum. Throw some chewing gum on that bitch. Yep, Harvick in the 29 tonight. A one-off. Richard Childress Racing allowed him to use the number 29, which was his original number while he was driving for Richard Childress. And his paint scheme tonight is a throwback to his Atlanta win. It doesn't have Goodwrench on the hood, but it is painted in the same white and red paint scheme. Norman checks back in. What's up, Norman Danner? How you doing, sir? Missed the 29 in NASCAR? I have very few Kevin Harvick 4 cars in my diecast collection. They're almost all 29s. Other than the Dale Earnhardt ones. I got a lot of Dale Earnhardt ones as well. But Arkansas needs a racetrack. It's pretty decent today, El Pepe. We're supposed to heat up this week. We're supposed to get into the 90s this week. Doing good, Norman. Norman, I had a baseball stream earlier today, and this will be the second stream today, a doubleheader here on the channel. Let's go chase this Stephen McSpeak. Denny Hamlin going to have them Yahoo colors today. I did not get his paint scheme for the scroll there. We don't do... there is a 1 hour difference after daylight savings time, but we don't do daylight savings time. Ace has a fast car. Let's see how they're going to line up. Let's see how they're going to line up tonight. No, earlier it was not giving me this information, so we'll see if it comes up now. That's not giving me the raw data, y'all, that I need. Ohio does daylight savings time. Kind of disappointed in the paint schemes for an all-star race. Yeah, they're kind of all over the place. They didn't go all out. They're going to go all out for Rockingham. I need this to give me what I need here. Let me try this. I'm going to try something else here. Anybody from the area where this race is being held today? They had 2 heat races last night. All right, there we go. Here's our raw feed. So let's use this. Get rid of this other one. Go to the alt page. So we got to move this down just a tad. Move it down just a tad there. Okay, bring up the scoring pylon. Off a long way, y'all. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. Try this. All right, so Waltrip about to start his grid walk, y'all. Works with Austin Cindric. Here we go. 7. Ultrip in a suit tonight, y'all. Interviewing Harvick right now. Elena's there. I don't see Keelan. I love that hat that Harvick's wearing. Love it. $29 up in here, up in here. Let's go, Larson. And so here's your starting 10, y'all. Here's your starting 10, top 10. And then I'll scroll down if it allows me. I don't know if it'll allow me to. Yeah. So Suarez going to start on the pole. Buescher in second, so outside front row. Then Logano Dillon in row 2. Briscoe Byron, row 3. Bell Keselowski, row 4. Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, row 5. We got Blaney and Truex, Elliott and Busch, Harvick and Larson going to line up side by side. Cindric and Chastain, Stenhouse Reddick, Jones Berry, and then Gibbs and Gregson. Got in on the races yesterday. What's up, Thomas Forbes? What's up, buddy? $30 up in here, up in here. We are about 5 minutes from the drop of the green flag. I will go off camera for the invocation and the national anthem. And then you know how we do it, y'all. When we get back, we'll rate the command to start engines. We will rate the command to start engines on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being best. Let's see if there's still 18 channels actually showing this race. There's another one. You go. Elo does it right. A lot of them are gone. What's up, Skip? Let's go, Harvick, says Skip. Rooting for that 29 tonight. Rooting for that 29 tonight. We should be going up against basketball tonight. Heat versus Celtics. Dealing with a bad sinus infection, but I wouldn't miss this. This is Thomas. I appreciate it, buddy. Heat are going to sweep that series, Matt. Matt says the Heat are going to sweep that series. This race on Fox Sports 1 tonight, y'all. Fox Sports 1. You're impressing me so much. Mark says Ty Dillon ran out of talent again, wrecking Ryan Newman in the open race. I didn't see any of it, y'all. I didn't see it. Let's turn off the audio here. Wow, when they got to this track, y'all, when they got to it, it was in disrepair. So this was the last race won here. There was no such thing as a safer barrier. Been since 96. Perry checks in. The 34 kind of got the old Folgers coffee to it look. Shout out to you, Terry. Canada, up in here, up in here. Uneducated Sports Talk checks in. What's up, dude? What's going on, man? I hope you do well. I hope you do well tonight. I imagine you're doing that game. All right, here we go, y'all. I'm off camera. Invocation and National Anthem coming up. All right, invocation complete. National Anthem sang by Cameron Marlowe. Nice national anthem with some old North Carolina twang to it. A flyover by some crop dusters. We go to a commercial break. Green flag. Command to start engines just around the corner. 33 up in here, up in here. Harry says, I'm 1,500 miles from the wildfires up here in Alberta, and we can smell the smoke here in southern Ontario. Man, that wildfire stuff is scary, bro. We had a couple years back here in Arizona, in southern Arizona, the entire mountain behind me was on fire for about 2 weeks. And yeah, it's a crazy time, bro. It's a crazy time. I hope everything gets better. I hope they can get them out, or you get some rain to help put them out. I know that like the northern United States is getting smoke from that as well. The states of Minnesota and I think Montana even. Thanks the hat. Appreciate it, Trenton. Appreciate it. I should have dug through the tavern today, the Valhalla Tavern, and found some of my old 29 hats, but I did not. Herm says the one thing I don't miss about Southern California is the wildfire season. So if you're new to the channel, y'all, hit that like, subscribe if you like what you see. We do all these NASCAR races here on the channel, all the Sunday races, as well as Dodger games, a lot of Dodger games. I do Minnesota Vikings football games, and we've done the Laker games. We got Lakers tomorrow. They're probably going home. Trenton says, I got one. You got a 29 hat or what? This might be my last diecast I buy for Harvick is this 29 car here. Well, we do get it bad down here, man. It was bad that year anyway. We've never had one that close, but it's pretty wild looking out your window at night and seeing the mountain behind you on fire. Big events at this track, the Pass in the Grass, all-star races. All right, here we go. The NASCAR All-Star Race from Wilkesboro Speedway, North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Carolina, United States of America. Darkness is descending. The car is so sick. I'm going to get that diecast. That'll be my last Kevin Harvick diecast right there. Herm says, I remember for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, the sky was ashy with orange sun. Yep. I went to Disneyland, Kerm, during those fires that you're talking about. Logano in the regular Pennzoil paint scheme this evening. So what do you think, chat? What's the paint scheme of the night? You know mine. You know which one I'm going to pick. But what other ones do you like? That 99's pretty sick as well. Byron in the Liberty University colors on his Chevrolet, his Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. Trenton says the 29. Harvick. $34, says Terry. Howard checks in, says, I like the 22 because it's so easy to spot. And that one car does look like the old Folgers car. 43, of course, y'all. Iconic paint scheme on that 43. Okay, so Petty and Waltrip, Richard Petty and Waltrip are going to give the command to start engines. Scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being best. I'm not sure what a VPN is, Howard. So no. All right, just because of who it was, I'll give it a solid 7.9. 7.9. Roy Cooper, the governor, is in the stand up there on top. All right, so they go to one more commercial break, y'all. The engines are started. Let's bring up the scoring pylon. Track condition orange. Let's bring Harvick out for the warm-up laps, y'all. Let me fix this too. Let me fix this real quick. Been meaning to do it, and I keep forgetting. Chat. 3 is where we want to go. Did I go too far? I think I did. I think I went too far, y'all. There we go. There we go. Come on, DW, button your coat, says Duke Chronic. You're not going to be able to hear the race. Let me go to MRN, y'all. Let me bring up MRN. See if they've got it on there. I don't hear nothing. There we go. Hey, chat, can you hear that?
Before we figure out who will be down in Victory Lane, presented by Ruoff Mortgage.
Oh, I just meant if you're watching
for your
it.
First home or your next, Ruoff Mortgage is by your side every step of the
Can
way.
you all hear that
Visit
now?
Ruoff.com to learn how.
All right, so let's take a swing around this racetrack that you just described. 200 laps will make up the distance. $1 million waiting at the end of it all. 0.625 miles in length. It's just like the short track you have back home, wherever you might
Okay,
be
how is
listening.
it? How is it as far as my volume compared to it?
From just outside of turn number 4, from Barry,
All right,
Vermont,
cars rolling off pit road.
Thank you, Jeff Striegel. Good evening once again, everyone. High above turn 4 here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Let's give you the tale of the tape for this very unique racetrack. Just 13 degrees of banking in turns 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Sync it up. I got to sync it up too, buddy.
Turn 1, uphill into turn number 3. Bottom of the racetrack, there's actually a concrete apron at the bottom of the track between the inside wall and the racing surface. We've seen some drivers use that asphalt to find a little bit of extra grip.
So you can see the dark spots on the track. That's where the grip's at, y'all. That is where the grip is, where they've sealed up holes or cracks or uneven spots. So it sure looks like the low line is going to be the place to be.
Before the cars even rolled, it was one of the best nights of the season so far, and the best is yet to come. We'll cover it all from high atop turn 4.
Tiny bit low.
Inside information on tonight's race. We start at the exit of pit
lane. Now.
And the Motor Racing Network lead pit reporter from Halstead, Pennsylvania, Steve Post.
1996
What's up, Dave?
is the last time the Cup Series engines roared around North Wilkesboro Speedway here, and the winner that day was Jeff Gordon. We talked talked to William Byron. He talked about the pressure of the 24 being the race winner. Had a chance to catch
What's up, Dave?
Spend a little time with Jeff Gordon just a little bit ago, and he said, honestly, I don't remember much about
38
it.
up in here, up in here. We're listening to MRN coverage.
Like every week that time of his career, he said, but then I walked back in here, and the memories started to come back. He spent a lot of time this week and today with Ray Evernham as crew chief, and the memories are flooding back, and that's what we have here tonight. Memories flooding back, and we're going to make some more, and he's hoping one of those Hendrick cars and maybe even William Byron.
Let's get a crowd in here, y'all. Let's get a crowd.
Starts in the 6th spot.
NASCAR All-Star race from North Wilkesboro.
Coverage, but Kevin Harvick is competing in his last NASCAR All-Star race, and for the return to North Wilkesboro, Kevin
got back from the in-laws' house.
The number 29, the number he drove throughout 2001, the number that launched his career. And that was his idea. Earlier this weekend, Kevin spoke earnestly about the number and comparing it to the return to North Wilkesboro. He described this facility as something that hits the hardcore fans differently, something that moves the needle. He thought that was very similar to the number 29. Kevin said it's not really
feels like Saturday night short track racing, y'all. The size of the crowd.
For NASCAR, and those two things are the same. The sentiment it brings
noise
to the race fans. And guys, the fans, they have shown up here tonight.
Boy, they have indeed. And there is your broadcast team now. Steve Post and Kim Kuhn ready to go down on pit road. There'll be a lot of activity down there as well. Dave Moody's got you covered outside turn number 4.
Yeah, me too, Matt. Me too, man.
Alongside is Alex Hayden in NASCAR.
All right, cars coming down pit road to get pit road speed. Getting a final wave from their crews.
And one thing we know for sure, if you're out front, plant the car on the bottom and make them move you if they're going to get
race analysis, 200 laps, completion caution on or around 100.
On the bottom, you got to stay on the
4
bottom.
sets of tires allotted to the teams.
Get past on the low side. Now, will the second lane start coming in a little bit as this race goes? I don't know, but
Brandon says I sent you a 10 spot on Venmo.
No doubt about that. 200 laps should.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Brandon. I'll post it here in just a moment, my man.
Chief starter Shannon Bednarik gives
And
us the
Dalla
1-0
Valhalla
signal
Holla.
on top of the flag stand.
Thank
The
you so
field
much, buddy.
tightens up 2 by 2 behind Kip Childers, who drives the pace car.
Well, you take a look around this facility, and they are jammed into the grandstands, into the suites, on top of Victory Lane, anywhere they can to get a view of what's going to be something special. And we're glad to have you with us live on the Motor Racing Network, the 39th annual NASCAR All-Star event.
Appreciate it, man. At $10 Valhalla Holla.
And for the start, from Goldsboro, North Carolina, it is the Motor Racing Network's Alex Hayden.
Daniel Suarez is on the inside of the front row. Chris Buescher flanks him to his right.
What's up, Yellowman?
Field through turns 3 and 4. Fans
Hey,
on
big
their
dog, I
feet.
didn't see ya.
Off turn 4. Green flag goes in the air.
All right, green flag is out.
Daniel
Last
Suarez
winner
leads
at
the
North
field off turn
Wilkesboro.
A tremendous jump by
Going
Suarez
across
will
your
send
screen,
him
Ray
easily over
Evernham
the lead.
waves the
Logano
green.
follows him through for second. The battle is for third. Chase Briscoe to the low line. Chris Buescher, the outside pole sitter, trying to hang on to third.
Yeah, not a good start for Buescher. Spun the tires on the start. He's going to plummet back outside of the top 5. Battle for the lead is already shaping up off turn number 2.
Joey Logano hunting quickly on.
Logano wants first, y'all. He's going after Suarez.
Maintains a lead of about a half a car length. 2 more back to Chase Briscoe in third.
Chris Buescher continues his backslide from the outside of the front row.
What's up,
to start
Johnny?
the race.
Johnny
He is
says,
gonna
let's go
fall now,
racing.
Trying to get back in line, but he can't do it around the 10th spot.
They've got
17 caught out, y'all. Count out on the outside.
Underneath him goes Ryan Blaney. Underneath him now, Chase Elliott. Martin Truex Jr. in hot pursuit to fill that inside
40
lane.
up in here, up in here. Hit that subscribe if you're new. Like the video. If you want to see more NASCAR content on the channel.
Got a good bite off of turn 2.
Yeah, Josh Berry did make it in. He's currently posted in 23rd position, Johnny.
He was able to tuck in line right behind William Byron, just outside of the top 5. Off from turn number 4 they come. Trackhouse Racing out front. That is the driver from Monterrey, Mexico, Daniel Suarez, leading the All-Star early.
A very popular
Harvick
win
up to
last night in his
12th.
qualifying heat race. He's got the advantage by less than a car length over Logano.
They're on board with Harvick on Fox Sports 1 right now.
Denny Hamlin rides in the 4th spot. William Byron is 5th.
Byron is right there as they dig down at the bottom of the racetrack. Here's Logano.
I think they're going to have a break at the halfway point, Kerm, so at lap 100.
Logano has thoughts of grabbing the lead.
Keeping Daniel Suarez honest through turns 1 and 2, but Daniel, as he did last night, gets a tremendous jump.
Let's go 48, says Johnny Be Good.
And puts a car length and a half between himself and Logano.
Suarez's lead over Logano about 3/10.
Briscoe 3rd, Denny Hamlin up to 4th, and William Byron 5th.
Single file racing for about 10, 11 spots.
Right on the bottom of the racetrack.
I think they're content right
That
now.
99 car of Suarez is pretty sick looking, y'all. Pretty sick looking paint scheme.
He's on the march again. Opens up some daylight to the inside of the Chase Briscoe car. Hamlin to 3rd. Byron will follow him through for 4th. Briscoe back in line 5th.
He'll snap it in line behind them for 6th. That's up for grabs.
We're on lap 7 of 200, y'all.
Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, and Chase Elliott.
Bell got shuffled up to
Suarez,
the outside
Logano,
lane.
Hamlin, your top
Underneath
3.
him will take over position number 6. Chase Elliott trying to squeeze underneath.
Elliott.
In turn 3.
Well,
Elliott
Blakey
underneath
used the
of the
bumper
20
to
car
move
of
Bell
Bell.
up and out of the groove. Oh, Bell with a big save.
And move him out of the
Kozlowski
way
will
in a
get
minute.
by. Christopher Bell.
All right,
just
Bell's
trying
going to go
regain
outside
the
and
rhythm.
drop
He
back.
got way sideways at the exit of turn number 4. Overpowered the right rear tire.
Gets
That's
back
gonna
in
cost
line
him
after
for
the
next
6
few
of
laps.
Keselowski. The
Maybe
biggest
over the
movers so
entire
far.
balance of this
Ty
tire
Gibbs
run.
up 7
He's got it
spots.
back in line
Elliott
now.
up
He's tailing
6.
the top 10.
Hamlin
Yeah,
up
one car
6.
looks like he's
And
really in
Ryan
trouble
Blaney
right
up
now. The
5.
last place car, Tyler Reddick. I didn't expect that. I thought he'd really be
Blue,
flying.
what do you
through
got to
the field.
apologize
Really
for,
good on
brother?
the short track, but something wrong with that 45 car. Looks like just not handling good at all.
What do you got to
No, and
apologize
he
for,
is,
dude?
As Rusty's pointed out, in last place, losing positions and losing car lengths further back. But we look up at the front of the
Dave
field.
says my favorite paint
Suarez
scheme is my
hanging
favorite
on to the
number
top spot.
also,
Dave
which is the
back
number
begins to heat
29.
up for the runner-up position.
Denny Hamlin is the man on the move here in the early going. If he's conserving tires, he's doing it while still keeping up very good pace. He has closed in on the back bumper of Joey Logano for 2nd place.
Well, Denny Hamlin right now is up 6 spots in only 11 laps. Further back, Christopher Bell getting jacked up. Back to the front. Battle for 2nd. Denny Hamlin on the move.
Hamlin trying to get
7 spots
past
up for Denny
Logano
Hamlin.
here on
Short
the
work of
inside.
Joey Logano slams the door in the face of William Byron.
Damn, right by
Back
him.
to the 3rd spot.
And
Byron now
Logano
4th.
drops back
Byron
down
is
just in
right
front of
there, so
Byron.
he's got a mirror full of Chase Briscoe off of turn number 4. Lap number 12 goes up on the leaderboard. Suarez by 3 car lengths.
Still
over
not
now.
quite
Denny
dark
Hamlin
at North
follows on to
Wilkesboro.
3rd.
And we'll see if
The
Hamlin
cameras
can close
obviously
that gap
are a
over the
little
next few
lighter
laps.
than in
Now
reality,
he's
right?
hands full for 3rd. William Byron right there on the back bumper. Chase Briscoe in the ballpark as well.
Denny Hamlin's car, guys, looks really strong. off the
Suarez's
turn.
lead
It
is
looks
6/10 of a
really
second.
latches off the bottom and down that back stretch. We have a lot of forward bite. That car looks like it's handling probably better than any car.
Oh, he says
in
go
the field
Nuggets.
Right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah, I
about
think
it.
the Lakers will
His
win
Joe
tomorrow,
Gibbs
but I think the
Racing
Nuggets will win it at
teammate
home.
is also on the move.
On Wednesday.
Alex Hayden. Denny Hamlin up 7, and so is his teammate.
Ty Gibbs, who transferred in the 2nd spot in the open. Ty Gibbs is rolling through the back of the field. He now goes to work on the Daytona 500 champion Ricky
Gibbs is
Stenhouse
already up to
Jr.,
16th,
trying to get
y'all.
even with him, and they nearly get together.
A little bit of contact on the entrance to turn number 1. They get away. Gibbs on the inside. Stenhouse on the outside. No doubt Ty Gibbs is carrying the mail here. Whether he's charging too hard in the early going remains to be seen.
Well, give him the spot. He will get by Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Trouble,
We've
turn
got
4. Stenhouse gets clipped by Eric Jones. Around he goes, keeps it off the inside wall, straightens it out at the start finish line. Stenhouse tried to get
Caution
back
is
to the
out.
bottom.
That
Eric
47
Jones had his foot in the
Coca-Cola
door
car
in turn 4.
of
lap
Stenhouse.
15, caution flag number 1. Daniel Suarez leading early here.
Menards is the Midwest ultimate home improvement store.
All right, so we go to a commercial break. Our first commercial break, Stenhouse, on, I believe, the front stretch, does 2 360s. And we're under caution. Suarez is still your leader. What's up, Theo? What's going on, Theo? right, so lap 17 of 200, our first caution of the night. So a lot of rules about tires tonight. So the 47 came down and the 43 didn't have enough time to react and just spins him. We don't have the monkey for NASCAR, Dave. We don't have the monkey. We got some cars coming to pit road. Among them, the 3, the 23, the 43, the 5, the 48.
Here you go. Down and away is Kyle Larson after they take a drink of Sunoco fuel. You mentioned Bubba Wallace. He was free and said, do not free me up anymore. I actually need to be a little bit tighter. Steve Post.
Austin Dillon brought his Chevy Camaro in. They're going to put 4 tires Sunoco Racing fuel on that one. Handle just wasn't where he needed it to be. There he goes.
It's 41 in the house, y'all. We're on lap 17 of 183 in this all-star race. Daniel Suarez has led them all.
From North Wilkesboro Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
He's led them all, ladies and gentlemen. Can't hear when I turn that music on. It's not working. Audio, man, it's a pain in the booty. Hey, Valhalla, happy All-Star night, buddy, says Kenneth Terry. What's going on, Kenneth? Big Dog says if the Lakers don't quit monkeying around, they will lose the series to the Nuggets. They're going to lose it, Big Dog. They're going to lose that series. I just think that they will manage to pull out a win on Monday and that Denver will close it out on Wednesday. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Of course, if the Lakers don't want to take the trip to Denver again, they could just lay down on Monday and it'll all be over. But the crying. Think the Nuggets are going to win it all? Here we go. Let's get back to it, y'all.
Daniel Suarez opted for the inside lane, and he's going to maintain the lead.
Into turn number 3. Chase
back to
Briscoe
green.
took the high lane. It's not going to work out. Hamlin underneath him for second. Now he's going to have to fight off Joey Logano.
Yeah, all he wants to do is get to the bottom. Oh, he gets into Logano, and Briscoe up the racetrack. He will save it. Logano will get by and hold on to third.
Now Chase Briscoe is going to have to find some room to the bottom. Can he slide in front of Chase Elliott? He gets it done. Briscoe will hold
41
on to
in the
Elliott
chat.
now.
Suarez, Hamlin, Logano is your top 3.
Driver we did not mention in the top 5. That's Kyle Larson. Busted for speeding on pit road. Had to start at the back of the field.
Larson got busted for speeding on pit road, and he's in the back of the field.
Ty Gibbs just got rooted up 4 wide into turn 2. Everybody gets by. Larson got boxed around a little bit, but he has found his way back to the bottom.
Harvick's still there in 12th.
Jones was the one that got into Ty Gibbs.
We got some 3-wide racing on the track, y'all. Some 3-wide.
Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Denny Hamlin's on the move.
Hamlin about to try to take this lead from Suarez.
Now all over the back bumper of the Daniel Suarez machine.
Doesn't waste any time. Gets in the back of him. Says, "I'm here and I want that spot, sir."
Right there off turn 4.
And he will take a peek to the inside at the start-finish line. Nothing doing.
Right, the
Daniel
54
Suarez
Gibbs gets rooted out. He's on the outside now, getting passed by a number of cars.
Low again at the exit of turn number 2, but Suarez outdrags him by a half a car length. Then it's 2 more back to Joey Logano, 3 more back to Chase Briscoe.
Theo says green for as long as it lasts.
2 more back is Chase Elliott.
That last pit stop, hardly anybody pitted up front. They stayed on the racetrack. And I'll tell you what, guys, I don't see him slipping and sliding around a lot. Looks like those tires are still good on those front leaders.
Boy, 3 wide going into turn number 1. Harvick, Kyle Larson, and Eric Jones. Let's follow that off of turn number 2.
Very hard racing back around the 15th to 18th.
Harvick in the middle of it.
Harvick comes out of that little scrum with the best position. Kyle Larson will follow him now to the inside of Eric Jones.
Lap 26 is on.
29 looks fast, y'all.
Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, your front three. The rest
Larson
of the
is coming right behind him.
And Chase Elliott. Jeff, the front, 7-10 cars are all going to go single file. Their entire conservation mode, but those drivers towards the middle of the pack and back, it's a free-for-all.
Well, and right now they are the quickest cars on the racetrack. No surprise. Brand new Goodyear Racing Eagles. Dave Moody, Noah
Big dog, if the
Gragson,
Lakers don't quit
fastest
monkeying
car
around, I
on the
got that
racetrack, and he wants
green for
more.
as long as it lasts. 38 in the house.
Now on a Christopher Bell machine. He came off the pace coming out of turn number 2. Maybe the guys behind him were just working a little harder than he wanted to work, but he pulled over and let 2 cars pass.
Yeah, he did, and those 2 cars he let go were drivers on fresher Goodyear tires.
Kenneth Terry at $10 Valhalla Holla. He says, thank you. No, thank you, Kenneth. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much for that $10 super sticker. I appreciate it, my man.
Has led all 29. Hamlin is
$10 Valhalla Holla.
Positions to put the pressure on him. He's second. Joey Logano right
All
now.
right, Harvick down to 16th.
Logano about 5, maybe 6 car lengths behind the second place machine of Hamlin. It's 2 more back to Briscoe, 2 more to Elliott, 2 more to Byler, and then right on his back bumper is Martin Truex Jr.
Kevin Harvick stuck on the outside lane further back. Bubba Wallace will go by to his left. Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch, he'll follow suit. It is Harvick on the outside lane in a free-for-all, making their way up off of turn number 2.
When you get shuffled to that high groove, you're going nowhere, and you're going there fast. Kevin Harvick lost 3 positions in less than half a lap. Finally comes down into the low groove. He'll hold
Appreciate it, though, Kenneth.
by Austin Cindric.
Juarez's lead 0.2 of a second over Hamlin. 1.2 over Logano. We're on lap 32 of 200 in the race.
Field right now, Kevin Harvick, we talked about. Austin Cindric, he's in the back too, and Ross Chastain, here's Mr. Controversy. He's always up front. He's struggling too. The guys could be saving some tires.
Well, let's find out. Battle for the lead right now, separated by a half a car length.
The track seems to be holding up, y'all. It seems to be holding up just fine so far.
Goodyear Racing Eagles, Kim Kuhn.
And an adjustment. Harvick came on the radio and said it is driving like a dump truck, absolutely sideways off the corner.
Dump truck for the 29.
Position. Kevin Harvick in that 29 car looking for fresh tires and adjustments on that Ford Mustang.
I would venture
Is
to say
dropped to 20th.
Bell is in the same camp.
I appreciate it, Kenneth.
Right there in the middle of the line, and suddenly the car darted to his right up off turn number 4, and that enabled Tyler Reddick to drive on by. So there's a lot of drivers, Jeff, right now that are struggling on these older tires, but that was to be expected.
Yeah, and the new tire drivers have come.
So Hamlin got right up on the bumper of Suarez, but he hasn't been able to pass him.
Barry, Eric Jones, and Tyler Reddick.
Of course, it is not the last lap, so that might be a different outcome later in the race.
15th, but I'll tell you what, Dave, doing a great job in conservation mode and still holding everybody at bay is Daniel Suarez.
He's doing an outstanding job, Jeff. He's looking in that rear mirror, and every time Denny Hamlin gets a little closer, Suarez will pick up the pace for a couple of laps and reestablish that 2-car length
so
lead.
Fox Sports is going to a commercial break.
At the front, but it's working in favor of Suarez.
MRN staying with it.
Is getting off the corners as well, if not better than anybody else. Suarez's car, Rusty, you pointed it out.
Suarez holding his own. Yeah, he is.
When you come off turn 4, since it's downhill, you got to point that thing in a
Blue
straight
Neon
line.
says, how's North Wilkesboro look on TV? I'm not happy this one isn't nationally broadcast. It kind of looks like a local short track, bro. It looks kind of like a local short track. What's up, Elishiva?
And you got to aim to the outside wall. Right
Elishiva putting up that members only Kevin Harvick emoji in the chat. We got Harvick the man, and then Harvick the car, the 4-car up there.
Straight away, and you're really not spinning the tires.
Well, here's a look at the top 10 presented by Liberty University. Liberty University.
We're going through the top 10 on MRN.
The LU24 $60,000 scholarship giveaway. Go to liberty.edu.
Wait, Lewis says, what's up, Valhalla? I am watching WWE Monday Night Raw, and this Saturday is Night of Champions.
Denny Hamlin
if it was Monday night, why would it be on Sunday, bro? I don't understand.
Fourth and Chase Elliott is fifth.
Don't understand.
In the Liberty University Chevrolet goes sixth. Martin Truex Jr. is seventh. Ryan Blaney eighth. Kyle Larson ninth.
So FIFA Women's Cup in July, huh?
10. It's Suarez out front on lap number 40.
Coke Zero Sugar tastes
MRN
so good,
to a commercial. I'm going to just leave the music on this page. And then on this alternate page, I'm going to turn that shit off. And I'm not going to touch it again. But it turns it off. So weird. So weird. Anyway. What's up, Dean? What's going on, Dean?
We accomplished something great.
The best moments from each of.
Dean says go 48. All right. Fox Sports back at it.
Bumper to bumper. That's Suarez
As is MRN.
from North Wilkesboro Speedway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hi,
And they go right back to a commercial. Go 48, though, says Dean. 42 up in here. We're on lap 42 of 158. Approaching the quarter mark. Is that right? A quarter mark at lap 50? 50 times 4, 200. Suarez has led every lap. The first 42. Hamlin now about 0.25 seconds back.
Side, Earnhardt's not going to get him. Dale Jarrett is going to win the Daytona 500 by SDP. Earnhardt second.
Lashiva puts up the Harvick car. I mentioned Suarez has led all 44 laps up to this point. All right, here we go. Here comes Hamlin. Hamlin got the lead down to 0.2.
Kyle Larson is rolling through
Harvick almost 9 full seconds back.
It every time Kyle Larson
wanting to come to pit road badly.
Line. Half the crowd stands
because he needs adjustments on the 29.
Let's go. Let's keep it rolling. Larson right now up to 5th, Alex.
He came to pit road on lap 18 with a handful of other cars and got busted for speeding on pit road, had to start at the very back of the field. He has worked his way now up into the top 5 to the number 5 spot. So Larson is on the march. He's going to go to work now on the Chase Briscoe car.
So Larson is up to 5th.
He knows faster when he sees it in the rear
Larson up to 5th.
Well, he pulled down to the bottom.
Jones up to 12th.
Larson looked like he was going to drive around the outside, and then Briscoe said, "No, I think I'll fight
Al
you
Busch
for
back
it."
there in 18th.
Front, Denny Hamlin, he was right on the bumper, Daniel Suarez, and really took a shot at him getting into turn, right in the middle, turn 1 and 2, and actually missed a little bit, guys, and slid up the racetrack, got out of the groove.
Hamlin tried to make a run at Suarez, and it cost him about half a second. He drops back 0.6 back.
Racing Eagles right now, taking Kyle Larson to the front of the field, and it's happening in a hurry. He's on the move again, and he's looking for 3rd.
Not many things in this sport more impressive than Kyle Larson when he's got the right race.
And Hamlin just misjudged it, y'all, and instead of taking out Suarez, he instead went up the track.
How patient will Larson be with Logano as they come to the line?
Larson wants all of Logano right now. He's right up on his bumper.
He doesn't have to be patient. He just drives right on.
Fox Sports 1 is with him.
Take 3rd.
Kyle Larson.
And there he goes. Larson up to 3rd.
On the inside of 3 and 4. Nobody else even flirting with it. Last time by,
Larson up to 3rd on lap 51, the quarter race mark.
To make that pass on Joey Logano.
In 30 laps, Kyle Larson has picked up 15 positions. Yes, you can pass here. Kevin Harvick way up the racetrack. Is that Harvick? No, it's Kyle Busch. He's just having an awful night running at the tail end of the field. Our focus, though, Alex Hayden, is at the front of the field. I think we thought at one point it would be Denny Hamlin that would run down Suarez and take the lead, but I have a feeling now it's the guy lurking in third.
That's Kyle Larson. He's a car link now.
At 52 at 200. What's up, Adventures with David? What's up, buddy?
Larson's not the only one that took tires on lap 18. The next one in line is 11th and Josh Berry, but Dave, Larson's the one that's showing he's got the car.
Oh, there's no question about it. He's showing exactly what he and that HendrickCars.com Chevrolet team are made of. He's all over Hamlin. He's got him in turn one. Move Kyle Larson to position number 2.
Yeah, Kyle Larson is on the roll. I really love the way he's driving this racetrack, Dave. You mentioned how he's got that car right on the very bottom, all 4 tires on the concrete coming off of turn 4. He did the same thing the other night in that truck race that he won, and I got to believe he learned something as he takes the lead, getting down into turn 1.
Side by side for the race lead. The crowd losing their mind off to Dave. It's Kyle Larson.
That was way too easy. Larson just drove under Daniel Suarez.
48 in the house. There are so many channels showing this race, y'all.
By the time they get to 4, he's up by 4.
There are so many that are actually showing the race to include NASCAR, but so many illegal channels
Hamlin yet again has arrived on the back bumper.
showing this race.
Work a lot harder than Larson did. As a matter of fact, he gets crossed up in turn number 2. That allows Suarez to drive away by a couple of car lengths.
So Daniel Suarez led the first.
This continues through the season. It won't make any sense to even do a NASCAR stream.
And now lap 56 over Daniel Suarez.
They continue to let people show the video.
The gun, the Ford of Joey Logano right there off 2.
Hamlin got sideways, lit up that right rear tire, and may now be paying.
What's up, Alfredo?
Joey Logano has closed in less than a car length behind as he looks for third place.
They dig right down on the bottom of the racetrack. Larson making that low lane on the concrete patch work to his advantage. Clearly everybody else is taking notice of that. David,
Larson to the lead, y'all. Larson to the lead.
Can't do it like Larson.
Well, nobody can do it like Larson right now, but a lot of them have begun to try. Joey Logano.
Alfredo says hello from Argentina. Hello.
Ross Chastain further back.
So your new leader is Larson. Fox Sports goes to a commercial.
Well, Eric Jones was trying to run the Larson line.
Harvick in danger of going a lap down.
And caught the wall. It is just a matter of centimeters that separate these cars from the inside retaining walls. Kyle Larson out front, waving goodbye.
Yeah, I appreciate it, big dog.
At least at this point, Kim Kuhn has been following it.
And as soon as Kyle took the lead, Cliff Daniels, the crew chief for the number 5 team, came on the radio and gave Kyle a directive. He said, your mission now is to take care of those tires, but without giving it away. Be responsible. So right now, Kyle Larson at the point, listening to his crew chief. We'll see what he can do as we work through this race in terms of tire management.
Challenge and change for the number 3 spot. Joey Logano up and underneath.
So NASCAR's in-car today is Dylan.
Third, but everybody continues to chase Kyle Larson.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Sarah wants.
All right, a commercial break on both MRN and Fox Sports 1 right now. Yeah, Larson to the lead. He's now led 6 laps. We're on lap 62 of 138. 25 minutes into the telecast. Average speed out on the track, 92.310. Last fast lap, 101.165. Butterfly checks into the chat. Butterfly in the house. 46 up in here, up in here. That's our high for today. We are so close to 13.2 on the subscriber count, about 7 away. So if you're new, hit that subscribe. On MRN.
Pit stop, 4 tires, Sunoco fuel. He said, I need help finishing the corner. Air pressure adjustment. adjustment. Steve Post, there was a car.
William Byron brought his car in as well. 4 tires.
Appreciate it, Kenneth.
Racing Field did not see any adjustments on the car. I think this is strategy, green flag pit stops, and we'll see how they go. Lap number 63.
So some green flag pit stops starting, y'all.
One lap down, Busch a lap down, Byron a lap down, working lap 64. Kyle Larson is out.
So Byron, who's dominated this early part of the NASCAR season, is in a lap down.
Of NASCAR.
He's currently a lap down. MRN goes on a break. So Byron now rolling around on the track, much newer tires than the rest of the field. So because of the limitation on tires, teams are having to decide, listen, if a caution comes out, am I going to put on stickers or am I going to put on scuffs? And at least for Larson, they're saying that if there's a caution and they come to pit road, they've got a set of scuffs in the pits that they will put on that number 5 Hendrick Motorsports machine. Harvick way back there in 17 seconds back in 20th, trying desperately to stay on this lead lap. He's only got the cars of Cindric and Stenhouse behind him.
Is they're not on the lead lap.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, they're all looking at what Kyle Larson did, how fast Kyle got from the back to the front, and they're thinking, hey, man, if
that's as here comes the lap traffic. Simba checks in.
You got to believe that's what the strategy is. Just get all the.
Yeah, they do have DW up there.
Keep the speed in
Kenneth.
the car, keep the speed because of the tires up front. So we'll see what happens.
Well, Steve Post, Rusty just said, if Kyle Larson can do it, everybody can do it. Is that the case on the radio?
Not right now. Listen to the radio traffic for Daniel Suarez. They said he is running the concrete, and we have no idea how he's doing it. Daniel went down there and tried it a few laps. They told him, you are doing a great job running in
48 likes so far on the stream.
Concrete right now, just keep running your line. And Daniel Suarez has gone back up the racetrack and continues to do a good job in that second spot.
Theo says, don't snub the sub. Val's a great guy who works hard to entertain and can use every sub. I can use it. You got to get to 13 too.
William Byron is 3/4 of a lap.
I appreciate it though, Theo.
To unlap himself. That wouldn't even be for the lead. That's just to get back on the lead lap. Got a good battle for second shaping up. Here it comes off turn number 2. Daniel Suarez, Joey Logano.
Logano going to try to take second from Suarez, who led 55 laps before he was passed by Logano.
5 car lengths back in the last 5 laps. Then it's another 5 back to Denny Hamlin, who's really got a handful of race car right now. That car has gone.
These lights at North Wilkesboro, they're brand new, and man, they have this track lit up well.
Scary loose, or is it the tires?
They have it lit up beautifully.
You got no choice but to be scary loose. I think that's what we're dealing with a lot of these drivers that did not make a pit stop.
I think you're exactly right. We saw Denny Hamlin turn that thing sideways in turn 2.
They chose to put in the lights rather than redo the racing surface.
Problems later on, and the rear end of that car is kind of doing its own thing right now.
All right, so here's the differential between first and second. Kyle Larson will enter turn number 3, Alex, as Daniel Suarez is coming off turn number 2.
It is impressive. It really is.
So we're on lap 75 of 200.
Straightaway here at the
Larson's your leader. His lead is 6 seconds, a full 6 seconds over Daniel Suarez, almost 7 seconds over Logano. Hamlin 7 seconds back.
Fastest car on the racetrack, including William Byron and Kyle Busch, who have got.
Well, Harvick, stay on the lead lap.
That tells you just how good the car is, and I think.
Yeah, Austin Dillon is the in-car live.
Yeah, he's a great driver
today, big dog.
I think he got a lot of experience in that truck race the other night too by winning that and understanding the line around this racetrack. He's looking very, very good on the track. You know, I was watching 8-car. Kyle Busch, he's put new tires on. I thought he would just run him down, and he just hasn't done that yet. He hasn't got through the field near as quick as
Larson is right on Harvick's tail right now. The 29 car in danger.
than Kyle Busch on brand new tires. All right, we are 77 laps down. We are 23 away from what we expect to see as a NASCAR caution flag. Here's your top 10.
The 5 car looks like he goes to the bottom and then comes back up.
They go 2-3.
He's about to set Harvick up for the pass.
Chase Elliott 6.
He is getting all the way on the concrete of the apron.
9th is Ryan Blaney
and finding grip there, and he gets past the rear quarter panel,
Kevin Harvick has
and there he goes.
A lap down. Harvick gets lapped by Larson, and Larson now sets his sights on Brad Keselowski, the 19th place driver. Jeff, he's in jeopardy of going a lap down.
Yeah, indeed he is. It's going to happen in a hurry.
Harvick is now trying to flirt with that concrete going through the turns.
Tires trying to get a lap back.
Busch passes Harvick as well.
That's not going to work for Brad for sure. He just pulls over the bottom, signals defeat, lets Larson go. Kyle Busch now will try and do the same, but he gets a little sideways in the middle of 3 and 4.
Keselowski stays, now he's going to fall a lap down. Here's Kyle
Larson
Busch.
now has led 25 of the 79 laps in this race.
After a scheduled green flag pit stop. But he's
plus 900 to win, according to the odds makers.
Got a little bit more work to do as they race down the back straightaway. He's definitely got the quicker car on the
44 up in here, up in here.
It would be interesting to see how hard Kyle Larson worked to keep Busch in the rear view.
All right, something also to make note of, Alex, you were just pointing it out. William Byron at one point was in free pass position for the next caution flag. That's gone out the window.
So the first car 1 lap down is Keselowski. So Harvick's got to try to pass Keselowski.
William Byron, because Larson is lapping the field.
Good race inside the top 5. 4th and 5th are up for grabs coming through turns 3 and 4. Denny Hamlin has it. Chase Briscoe is wanting it.
And Bubba Wallace is looking on as they come off turn number 4 back to the start-finish line. Denny Hamlin had been so good for so long, Dave.
And he's just counting the laps until he can get to pit road now.
Hamlin now has the 14 of Chase Briscoe chasing him.
He'll take that spot into 3.
As they make their way up off turn
Briscoe
4,
passes
Kyle
him.
Busch fan, he got one of his 2 laps back, just drove around Kyle Larson with those fresher Goodyear Eagles. The battle for that 4th, 5th, and 6th positions continues off turn number 2.
Makes their way to the back straightaway. Hamlin now.
Well, Harvick, get up there and get Larson.
Long gone. Here's a challenge. Chase Briscoe's going to be overhauled. William Byron on those fresher tires will bypass him.
And remember, he is 1 lap down, so he is just trying to get back
apparently
on the
Briscoe
lead
did
lap.
not pass
so
Hamlin.
Got a pretty good battle, Dave, from second on back. You've got
Not yet,
Suarez,
anyway.
Logano, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, and more.
But they might as well be in a different area code from the leader. Kyle Larson going into turn 1 right now. Daniel Suarez is in turn 3. Denny Hamlin nearly threw it away. He is sideways. He'll lose.
Larson looking to stink it up, y'all, in the All-Star race.
He'll lose another spot to Chase Briscoe.
Lap 85 goes on the board. There will be a competition caution at lap number 100. Dave, I'm not sure these drivers are going to be able to make it to lap 100 without an incident.
Boy, I can only imagine the volume of screaming over the radio.
You can see how the 19 of Truex is just wiggle-wobbling all the way around the track. Definitely fighting a loose race car, having trouble finding that grip.
Of the 24, I think, to be official. There's one driver right here, Rusty Wallace, that says, you know what? Leave it green. We'll go all the way to lap 200. He is rocking out there, but everybody else is screaming for a caution.
And you're talking about Kyle Larson, and that's right. I mean, I really like what Kyle Larson did a little
Butterfly,
while
what's
ago.
the score in the
Kyle
basketball
Busch
game,
caught him
girl?
right here in the front straight when he said, you know what? He just moved over, said, go on. I am not going to wear these tires at all. He's really taking care.
Larson's lead is ballooned to 10 seconds over both Suarez and Logano. Wallace 11 seconds back. Briscoe 12. And Hamlin now down to 6th.
The car running second is Daniel Suarez. Will let William Byron go by. Byron again on some fresher tires.
Truex is the next car in the sights of Larson.
The last car on the lead lap. I don't think that's going to last. And Dave, as I finish the sentence, it's over with.
Yeah,
Larson to the inside of Truex.
I don't think MTJ was up for much of a fight either. He knows a faster race car when he sees one.
Crazy, y'all.
Drives around him, and he's already gone by 6 cars.
Crazy.
He's about to put a lap on Ty Gibbs, and Ty Gibbs, if you
We're seeing the Michael Jordan of racing, says Duke. Whoa, slow down, man. Slow down, Duke.
Rocket ship for a while there, Dave, and now he's in danger of going a lap down.
He really is. It's
slow down.
Only a matter of time, I think, for Ty Gibbs. He's only got a couple of car lengths in hand over Larson.
Good battle for third. Logano getting his back bumper hammered by Bubba Wallace.
Bubba wants to go. Joey Logano says, okay, you want it that badly, you can have it. He pulls up to the
all right, Wallace takes that spot
Bubba Wallace move on by
from Logano.
So it's Larson, Suarez, Wallace, Logano.
Sheila checks in. What's up, Sheila?
And all they need to do now, Dave, is hang on for about another 8 laps.
It sounds easy when
that STP car is tough, y'all, from the front. That shit's tough.
All on their own volition. It's not as easy.
Look at that 43 car. Oh, my goodness. Eric Jones currently 11th place.
Tire strategy as the race leader Kyle Larson. Suarez currently second, but here comes Bubba Wallace.
Wallace is there at the exit of turn number 2, only about a car length back now. Daniel
46
Suarez,
in the
how
house.
much fight he is willing.
It does. It looks sick, don't it? Look at that view.
Bubba Wallace closes in.
That's crazy.
Is going to pay dividends yet again. Bubba Wallace is on him. Daniel Suarez is not.
Here they come into turn number 1. Bubba's right there now. Looking low at the exit of turn number 2. That's been Suarez's strength so far tonight, and it is again.
Wallace looking to take second from Suarez.
From up here in the broadcast booth, I'm looking out the window at this 5 car and comparing him.
Duke says, I think a super team will steal Eric Jones.
Over a half a lap ahead of the field.
Who's going to go into the 4 car, Duke?
I'm talking a half a lap. That's a long way ahead.
Last night, last week, I was like, man, if you could get Carl Edwards to come out of retirement and jump in that 4 car.
Here they come into 3. Bubba Wallace, pressure tires. He's going to
Wallace passes Suarez fairly easy.
So 4 to go now.
But in second, and he's 12 seconds back, and we've only got 4 laps to the competition caution on lap 100.
Bubba Wallace, a good run so far. Dave, he's midway down the back straightaway.
He's done a great job so far. Has immediately pulled away from Daniel Suarez by a couple of car lengths. It's 5 more back to Joey Logano. And to follow up on your point from a moment ago, I don't know that Kyle Larson's willing to work very hard.
4 could be Josh Berry.
I don't think so.
Berry almost a lock to go to the 4. I don't think Berry is enough to keep Budweiser / Anheuser-Busch on the car. I don't think Berry is that guy. I could be wrong, but
97 laps complete. The race leaders headed to turn 3.
Kyle Larson's car is beginning to act poorly, and it's about time because he is.
I would not be shocked if Budweiser starts looking for a new driver. Maybe a fella named Kyle Busch.
He could put Ty Gibbs a lap down.
He'll return to Richard Childress Racing, and the red Budweiser car will come back.
Appears content to ride.
Down the back straightaway, he will just follow the Ty Gibbs machine. Bubba Wallace has pulled away from that battle for second.
2 rookies, Gibbs and Gregson, right?
Lap number 99 goes on the board. Should be the final lap before the competition caution scheduled at lap 100. Kyle Larson off turn 2.
Off turn 2.
I know what his name is, Duke.
He'll race down that back stretch.
That 45 car is pretty tough looking too.
Ty Gibbs, a big line of traffic in front of him, but it's smooth sailing as he heads off turn 4.
And we are halfway here in the All-Star
We are at the halfway mark, y'all.
100 in, 100 to go. And it's Kyle Larson who is dominating right now. We do expect to see a caution, and it happens right now. So at lap 100, caution flag is out. Kyle Larson has dominated the first 100 laps.
Don't miss
All
your
right,
chance
so we
to
go
race
to a
for $1
commercial
million.
break. So I still got money going in the background, y'all. I still had money rated behind me there. The rumor is that Josh Berry is going to go in the 4 car. Now, the 99 started out 55 laps led, but he didn't check out on the entire field there like Larson did. Larson has put a number of good cars a lap or more down. Truex first car 1 lap down, so he'll get the free pass, I believe. And then you got Byron, Gregson, Harvick, Gaslowski, Cindric, and Busch. Excuse me. He's way back there, Butterfly. He's in the number 29 today. Tyler Helton checks in. Larson had 18 lap better tires than the rest of the field, says Duke. Now, he pitted on that first set of group that pitted, right? Billy says some people have said that the Budweiser sponsorship is going to go to Trackhouse. Rio says you're in front until you're not in NASCAR. Truth. All right, everybody coming to pit road now, y'all. Everybody coming down pit road for some Goodyear rubber. Some adjustments. Bobby checks in. Date update. Dinner was a success. Sunset walk on the waterfront in progress. I'll check back later. That fool. They let Harvick get in the 29 today as a throwback, big dog, to his first win at Atlanta. So Richard Childress let him run the 29 today. The paint scheme is reminiscent of his first win at Atlanta car. It just has Busch sponsorship instead of Goodwrench. Next Sunday, man, the Coke 600. Coke 600 next week from Charlotte. Look at the chat, man, messing with Bobby. A sunset walk on the beach, but I'm going to check in with the V homies on Valhalla Sports Talk. Oh, I'm sure he's getting a cut. I'm sure he's getting some of that money, RC. I mean, Duke, I'm sure he's getting some of that money. And they're selling some merch. They're about to sell some to me. They're going to sell some to me because I'm going to buy that 29 diecast for show. Yeah, Tuesday we got a Dodger stream. Yellowman says Bobby probably just dropped $200 on dinner. I bet you he did too. That is Bobby. That is Bobby, King Yellowman. You got him pegged, bro. You got him pegged. My man goes down hard. My man goes down hard like he's Frazier.
Going to do 2 tires
versus Ali.
on this exchange to get a little track position.
He's Frazier.
Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network.
All right, so I went over to MRN and they went right to a commercial. Them some of bitches. I'd buy a 29 diecast. I have so many 29 diecasts, bro. I bet you I have 30 of them. Yankees versus Dodgers in early June. Big Dog says Bobby is a man about town. That fool. That fool. He don't listen to nothing I tell him, y'all. No kind of relationship advice. He don't listen to me for shit. But I hope it works out. Tila says, Yellowman, that's how much I spent on dinner yesterday.
And that voice belongs to Alex Hayden, to our left, NASCAR Hall of Famer Rusty Wallace. My name is Jeff Striegel. Out in turn 4, that is Dave Moody on pit road, calling those stops just a moment
50
ago.
in the house, y'all.
Steve Post and Kim Coon. Strategy
Gotta be
played
close.
out on pit road. Opportunity for
Yellowman says, I just spent 15 bucks on a trout dinner. It was amazing.
We did, but we also saw 2 big penalties for 2 cars. One of them, a speeding penalty for Ross Chastain. He'll start at the back of the field. The other penalty, an uncontrolled tire for Joey Logano. So
Chastain,
Logano
a speeder,
will have to go
Logano, a
into the
tire
field
loser.
as well. So big mistakes there on pit lane.
All right, before we go back into the green flag, let's take a look at the way they line up before the choose, presented by Skechers. Skechers, the comfort and fit specialist. Try Skechers.
We haven't picked up a single subscriber, y'all. Not a one.
Arch fit, and many more.
Not a uno.
Kyle Larson, the race leader. Bubba Wallace is now second. Daniel Suarez is third. Tyler Reddick is fourth, and Chase Briscoe fifth. Chase Elliott is sixth. Chris Buescher seventh.
Briscoe had a fast lap.
Denny Hamlin ninth, and Josh Berry is 10th.
What's up, Marquise?
Eric Jones is 11th. Ty Gibbs 12th. Christopher Bell 13th.
Very intense. Right on your screen.
Ross Chastain 15th. Martin Truex Jr. is 16th, and Joey
Roscoe P. Chastain.
Road, he will be the last car on the lead.
Tyler
lap.
says, who's
17th.
winning?
One lap
Dodgers
down.
or the Cardinals?
William Byron,
That shit's over,
18th.
bro.
Kevin Harvick 19th. Kyle Busch 20th. Brad Keselowski 21st. Austin Cindric 22nd. Noah Gragson 23rd.
So they're going to go back green with Harvick down a lap. We screwed, y'all.
In a race now. The battle for the lead and
We
the
screwed.
battle to get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now, a moment ago we said
Screwed, blued, and
Wallace's
tattooed.
team took 2 tires, but Kim Kuhn, we may have had some bad information. What did they do?
They did, in fact, take 4 fresh Goodyear tires. I walked down to the pit box, saw them with my own eyes, confirmed it with the team. Bubba Wallace with 4 tires.
Steve Post, fill us in, explain how the tire system will work now over the next 100 laps.
Over the next 100 laps, they've got one.
Suarez has the fast lap.
Racing Eagles to use.
First car one lap down is William Byron. I'll roll it down for you.
We're seeing is Kyle Larson. We saw those cars pick
William Byron, then Harvick, then Busch, then Keselowski, then Cindric, then Gragson.
As quick as he was over that run. So they have one set down here. Caution comes out. We're going to see if they choose to save him or choose to put him on, and it could be a little game of poker down here. But a fast car like Larson might impact that as well.
Well, the race leader and
all right, they got to choose the choose line.
Wallace choose the inside lane. Third place Suarez will go to the outside. The next one to go to the outside.
You know, I love the Harvick paint scheme, but let's be honest, that STP paint scheme wins tonight, y'all. It wins the night.
Presented by Geico. Switch to Geico today and see all the ways you can
Nobody
save.
wants that outside lane, no doubt, bro.
Geico.com to get a rate quote and get started seeing how much you could save.
Kip Childress will take the pace car to pit road. Kyle Larson on the inside here for the restart. Lining up behind him is Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick to the outside. That's Daniel Suarez. The second half of the All-Star is ready to go.
Green flag.
There we go.
In the air, racing yet again at North Wilkesboro Speedway.
Green flag back out.
Away from $1 million for one particular.
Be right back, y'all.
Larson away with the lead in turn 2. Battle for second now. Bubba Wallace to the low line. Daniel Suarez to the outside. Then Tyler Reddick and Chris Buescher. The advantage goes to Bubba Wallace. Suarez trying to squeeze his way to the bottom.
They're taking as hard as they can right now. Everybody wants the spot. Battle for third gets physical. Reddick moving Suarez up the racetrack.
Suarez trying to get back.
Suarez
to the
gets
bottom
knocked
now.
up by Tyler Reddick a little bit there. Knocked up.
Briscoe, he'll do it. He gets into the back of Reddick, gives him a little thump in the back bumper for fun.
Reddick will hang on to the car, though. Suarez falls back in line and rides behind him. Chase
Reddick
Briscoe
sets his sights on Bubba Wallace in second.
Of Suarez, and he gets into him.
Little bit of contact as the intensity meter begins to pick up here in the second half of the All-Star race. No change for position. Suarez fourth, Briscoe fifth, then Chris Buescher.
Well, you talk about the intensity meter. You better also crank up the horsepower, Dave, for everybody but Kyle Larson. He's back out front, and he's doing what he did before the caution, and that's simply drive away from the field.
4, maybe 5 car lengths in hand over Bubba Wallace. For that matter, about an equal gap back to the third place machine of Reddick. 3 more back to Daniel Suarez, then 2 to Briscoe.
Briscoe is running in position number 5. Chris Buescher is 6th. It's Chase Elliott 7th. Ryan Blaney 8th. Eric Jones 9th, but maybe not for long because here comes Byron.
He's got plenty of company.
Oh, look at the view counts are down all over YouTube. I mean, there's guys that get thousands in their channels. Don't have nobody right now. That's crazy.
Well, some of these drivers have actually turned their race around in a good way. You heard me talking earlier about Tyler Reddick, like what's wrong with him? He almost was tailback for a while there, Alex. Got all the way to back of the field, and look at here. Now he's in third position. His lap times look really good. You Tyler Reddick fans, he's back in the game.
He is.
Yeah, Byron up. Byron is now the first car 2 laps down, showing 2 laps down just because they have a cross the start-finish line, I'm sure.
What the struggle was, and I switched over to the radio when that first caution came out.
Long weekend in Canada, Duke.
We are doing exactly what we wanted to do, running at the tail end of the field. They didn't feel like they wanted to race their way through the 23 cars in front of them. We had a couple pit stops where a couple of drivers came down pit road. They got half the field there, saving those tires over the first 18 or 20 laps.
Jeremy says we all know Sunday nights are for Matlock.
Really good spot in third right now.
Marquis says, I can't remember the last time I seen 3 days of sunny days in a row.
Top 15. Martin Truex Jr. and Joe
83 laps to go. Larson is your leader. 1.15 seconds over Larson. 1.59 over Reddick. Torres in fourth. Briscoe fifth.
Got right back to him and gave him the business right back.
Gibbs has entered the top 10.
He's kind of let him go by a couple of car lengths, so that's going to settle down just for the moment. You can chalk that up to good old short.
Appalachian Assassins checks in from North Wilkesboro. What's up, Appalachian Assassins?
We were talking about Tyler Reddick.
Duke says Larson's line is mint. He is hugging it in the turns, man. All on that concrete.
Less than a car length ahead of Daniel Suarez with Chase Briscoe.
I'm on 24, says Sheila.
That's a pretty good pack of traffic from second on back.
But everybody continues to chase Kyle Larson. He's got a 1.3 second lead over second place Bubba Wallace with 80 laps to go.
Oh.
This NASCAR
Busher wants that spot that the 14 has, and he takes it. Now Elliott up there in 7th. He passes Briscoe as well, or is trying to. Got into him, knocked him up the track there. Wallace is 1.5 seconds behind Larson now with 78 to go. He didn't have one there. He lost some spots, Duke. Harvick is back there getting past him, and Byron have caught up with Denny Hamlin. You live 2 miles from the track and you didn't go? Listed in on MRN. Not yet. Not yet. 51 up in here. Brother, I'm there. I'm going to the 600. Nice, man. Nice. That's next weekend.
Access available treatments. .org/.
And long commercial break on MRN. 74 to go, though. Larson's lead still 1.6 seconds now over Wallace. 2.1. Almost 2 seconds over Reddick.
WILKESBORO Speedway, when we last talked to you some 90 or so seconds ago, Kyle Larson's lead was about 6 car lengths. Well, Jeff, put the car links away. You got to get the old stopwatch out now to determine how far ahead he is.
1.5 seconds and growing. Kyle Larson doing what he did over the course of the last 50 laps before we saw the caution flag. That was check out.
For Bell Curley in 12th. He started 7th. His best
again during the break, Dave. You and I
was that 7th position.
Crew here with the Motor Racing Network were saying this would be a whale of a race if Kyle Larson wasn't in it.
Absolutely. Bubba Wallace having a really good run right now, along with Tyler Reddick and Daniel
Wallace
Suarez,
about 20 car lengths
Bubba Wallace
Chasing
is
Larson,
first
who
among
is in
near
clean
mortals right
air,
now because
no
Kyle Larson is
obstructions.
just laying it to the field.
Yeah, that is
Junior
true.
and
We
Benny,
saw
all
now
smiles
green
tonight,
flag stops
need to
in that
make
first 100
concessions
laps with
somehow
William Byron
to Harry
and
Gant
a
in the
couple of other
future, too.
drivers, Kyle Busch being
Yeah,
the
get
other, that
Harry out
didn't
front.
really drive back up through the field like we anticipated. So Kim Kuhn, the rules here in this final run to the checkered flag with 70 to go and some potential strategy that's still to be played out.
Absolutely, Alex. So
Get him on the
advertise
advertising and all that good
this
stuff.
kind of scenario that you can only take one set of sticker tires the last 100 laps. And yes, that is true, but it's almost like you have to read the fine print. That means that teams can take as many sets of scuffs as they want. Now, how does that play in?
Was Harry's home track as well?
At the handful of teams, including
Gotcha.
Kyle Larson, that came down during that early caution, kind of wondering what they were doing, using up.
Man, Larson is right on that inside wall going through the turns.
Then became 15
Fox Sports 1 goes side by side.
During this last 100 laps. So
Bubba falling further back, 2.3, almost 2.4 back.
During that first time down,
Almost a full hour into the telecast.
Larson, Bubba Wallace, I believe, Eric Jones and Noah
Go Larsons as Appalachian Assassins.
Lightly scuffed tires they can use. In fact, Cliff Daniels came on the radio, told his driver, Kyle, we've got 15 lap scuffs that could be very valuable to use. Other teams that did not come down have noticed, including Alan Gustafson telling his driver Chase, they've got a huge advantage on us.
So nobody can make it to the end, I don't believe, so they're going to have to pit, right?
Coming off of turn number 4, the inside retaining wall.
And if they've already put on their sticker tires, they're not allowed to put on anything but scuffs.
Suarez, Chris Buescher, top 5. I'm just going to say
They put on tires in the second half of the race.
In another 6, let's
Big
take
Dog says my home track is the hallway from the bedroom to the kitchen.
If I am running anywhere inside the top 10, I come to pit road, I bold on for.
I might go up to Tucson to their short track and stream from there one night. That would probably be fun. I wonder if they have coverage out there, though.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will indeed. Right now, I don't think anybody's got anything for Kyle Larson, so you may have to do something. You got to do something different if you want to have a chance to win it. Now, back in NASCAR Live Race Day, our pre-race show, our NASCAR Hall of Famer, Rusty Wallace up here, gave us some keys to winning the All-Star race tonight. He knows how to do that. So let's review some of the keys to winning today's race, presented by Progressive Insurance. Protect your family, your phone, and
Larson's
your
lead, 2.3 seconds, 2.9 over Reddick, who's moved into third.
Rusty, back there, you said
my guy Harvick is currently the first car one lap down in 18th.
Grade them, and what are you seeing as this unfolding?
Well, I think many guys are
in that 29.
Care of their tires. A lot managing your
tires. 2 leaders in the race here. Larson now has led 81.
Flunking out on that at all. I like the Kyle Larson.
Suarez led the first 56.
Doing there. Now, as far as losing your cool, I haven't seen anybody really lose.
We've had 4 lead changes, all between the 99 and the 5.
When we had one of our drivers there kind of lose his cool, but other than that, they're okay.
So far, that's how it's working out, and the keys to the race are brought to you by Progressive Insurance.
Kyle Larson right now.
I'm not sure, Big Dog. I don't have the game on, buddy. I don't have that game on. Butterfly might know. Butterfly might have a better idea than I would of that. We're in a commercial break on MRN. Larson's lead is almost 2.5 seconds over Wallace as he's stinking up this all-star race at North Wilkesboro. Celtics losing. I hate to say it, Chad. I hate to say it, but the only way this race is going to get interesting is if something happens to Larson. Chris says, where's Keselowski at? He was back there with Harvick. He's behind Harvick, 2 laps down, but that's as they haven't got to the start-finish line yet. But he's in 19th behind Harvick, who is the last car 1 lap down. Heat 51, Celtics 33. Oh, my God, they're killing him. John Emmanuel Ramos Henderson, longest name in the business, says evening. Let's go Chase Elliott from the Philippines. Larson now has led 88 of 142 laps. He's now plus 900 to win.
Series. And here they come.
There's another look at that 43, this time from the backside. That car looks racy. Greatest memory of North Wilkesboro was standing next to Joe Gibbs in '94, the Benny Parsons Grandstand. I'm a lifetime Washington fan, and I was sitting there watching practice, and he walked by the top. Gotcha, man. Marquise's Valhalla Sports Talk pop quiz for you, Val. Do you know what was the most people you had watching on a NASCAR live stream once and what race it was? No, I've had thousands in here on NASCAR, but it's been rough this year. It's definitely been much rougher.
They drive bumper to bumper.
What they've got going on is you've got NASCAR now showing an in-car camera every week, and then a number of illegal streams that come up every week, and it takes about half the race to clean them out.
And just saving his equipment in Kyle Larson.
He seems unflappable, does Kyle Larson, and I want to revert.
Yeah, last year was a lot better. We would do 10, 15, 20,000 view streams on NASCAR. Now it's literally in danger of me not doing it anymore, to be honest with you.
I didn't really know how to save
I'll be lucky to hit 1,000 views.
So this is going to be foreign to me. What does he do in that Tyson 250 truck race?
I'll be lucky to hit 1,000 views on this one.
Here tonight, and he's running away with it. No, we are not taking the hats to victory lane yet, and we're not going to get the old Still trophy spit shined up just yet for Kyle Larson, but right now nobody else has proven to me that they can get up there and run.
But we got 51 up in here.
On the end of the check to be handed out tonight. Dave,
mine will always be Dale Earnhardt Sr. Appalachian. I was a big Dale Earnhardt Sr. fan, buddy.
There's more to play out yet. It'll be 50 laps to go when they come back to the stripe. A caution in the next 10 or 12 laps, 15 laps, could really open the door.
Okay, we're at the 3/4 mark of the race. 50 laps remaining.
Well, there's a gentleman that is standing on the platform in the old manual scoreboard.
50 laps remaining.
Leaderboard over in turn number 3. He changes the.
Yeah, I had a number of NASCAR streams last year where I picked up like 300 subscribers in a race.
He hasn't had to
but it ain't happening this year.
In quite a while.
And by the way, he is listening to us live on the Motor Racing Network. Our producer Ryan Horn and I spoke to him.
Dog says, "Me too, Val. Dale was simply amazing."
My spot over there to your left, Dave. The Tyson leaderboard.
Ooh, Hamlin gets hunted out of the way there.
They got a little catwalk across the bottom. He's got his lawn chair. He's got his cooler. He's in great shape over there. Best seat in the house.
Larson's lead is now 3.6 seconds over Wallace.
And he can just sit down right now because he's watching Kyle Larson like everybody else.
Duke says you poke the bear, you get the bear.
Seconds getting tight.
Bubba Wallace has had about 3 car lengths in hand over Tyler Reddick. That 3 car lengths.
Menace says looks like a great track to watch a race and drink some beers, but a strange track to have an all-star race. They're shaking it up. They're trying new stuff.
These drivers, Dave, running pretty
Appalachian says people forget that it was Junior that discovered the draft.
Separated by about a car length.
Everybody doing a
I appreciate Marquise. I appreciate it, buddy.
Uncomfortable for the car in front of them while still saving tires because in terms of tire life,
Harvick 18th position, 1 lap down. But Barry is about to get lapped.
Yeah, you're right. Extremely. Right now, we're just at ill-handling cars.
Hendrick Motorsports has 10 wins in the All-Star race, 51 top 5s, 69 top 10s. All are the most by any team.
Think his run, the Xfinity fastest lap of the race so far?
Well, is it even really?
Do you think it was a swing and a miss? I think the racing is a miss, but the event itself, they've done nothing but brag about it all weekend, Menace.
7.522 miles an hour.
Dale Jr. on his podcast was mentioning how it was like unbelievable,
Introducing the next generation,
and that it probably will never be replicated again.
Xfinity, get the fastest internet with reliable connection, so everybody can be.
I would like to have some fast and reliable internet. Xfinity,
premier partner of NASCAR.
While Kyle Larson continues to drive away from the field, Steve Post, what's the body language like for some of these other crews and crew chiefs who are just sitting back and kind of just feeling the wrath of Kyle Larson?
Like a whipped dog. I mean,
yeah, Larson won the truck race here as well.
A whole bunch of head scratching and shaking of heads down here. They are just not even sure what they can do with the 5. I know they're all hoping for a caution, and you guys have speculated if we get one, they come down, we might get some tire strategy, we might get another crack at them.
Wallace almost a full 4 seconds back
to Kyle Larson, but right now there is a whole bunch of head scratching in here. There are 23 teams just getting it handed to them right now.
Menace says, I want to see some purple marks on the wall.
Kyle Larson is just pounding on the competition here tonight. 24 cars took the green flag. One has dominated.
Can't wait to see what Marcus Smith does with track with fresh funds from this week's action. Word is live concert events are coming to that track.
One of just a handful took brand new
country music, maybe.
Eagles drove right straight through the field. Alex Hayden said goodbye to Suarez, who was the race leader at the time, and has not looked back.
You're right.
They definitely got lights,
and it's just part of what we're seeing tonight.
They got some beautiful lights now.
Thing, Rusty. Nobody knew anything on what to expect to run a cup car here. Yeah, we had a 50-minute practice session the other day and 60-lap heat races last night, but still nobody knew what to expect.
Yeah, nobody's got a notebook like they've had at any other racetrack right now. Although I will tell you guys right now, I think everybody's
doing put a roof over this place.
This racetrack is doing a great job with the tire wear. I know it's
barely
high,
got the money to fix it.
Visibly out the window, they look like they're doing pretty good. And let me throw another one at you, man. We're already at lap 160.
You see, I'll see that big globe that they lit up in Vegas.
That we're going to run this thing.
The sphere.
And nobody's going to take.
That's
tires.
trippy.
Or at least the leader won't even take tires. He'll run this whole
Appalachian says they didn't think they could get this done since last fall.
I would think that
well, not having to do the track helped big time.
To employ any type of strategy, that
Big Dog says we got lights, now we need some action. Exactly.
Is about to close.
Larson's lead, 4.38, 38 to go.
And make it all back up.
If there is not an accident or a caution, Larson might lead the rest of these laps.
But to your point from a moment ago, Jeff, if you're running second and finish second, who cares? You don't get the trophy. You don't get the $1 million. You don't get points. This is a non-point
Larson's like, that
race.
million is mine.
Come on to pit lane and just roll the dice and see what you can do and perhaps maybe learn something and build a notebook. Who knows what you can do here, but
it says I think Chicago's canceled and they're going to run here. What's up, Brandon?
What have you got to lose?
All right, so Rusty Wallace, the NASCAR Hall of Famer, scratching his head. Postman just said the crews are scratching their head. We don't understand what you might do. Dave Moody may be the only one in the house with a game plan that could somehow upset Kyle Larson. Dave, what would it be?
At this point, Jeff, I have one plan and one plan only in mind that could possibly beat Kyle Larson. Pray for a caution, come to pit road, take on tires, and then loosen his molars with a shot to the back bumper going into turn 1 on the restart before he can get away. In terms of playing it clean, I don't see anybody beating him.
You know, I know there's a lot of Bubba Wallace hate out there, y'all, but I think he's been pretty impressive this year. I think he runs up front a lot.
Green flag have been. Daniel Suarez, by the way.
No, I think he's going to win some more races.
He got hit from behind by Chase Briscoe as they negotiated the lap car and Noah Gragson. Briscoe bypasses him, then overdrives turn 3 and gives it right back.
Here comes Briscoe to the inside of Suarez again. Chase Elliott.
Briscoe passes Suarez, then goes too high in the turn, and Suarez passes him back, and now Briscoe passes him again. Elliott's going to follow him through.
Daniel Suarez able to slide it back down into the low groove ahead of Chris Buescher.
Briscoe will get away. Chase Elliott's going to try
What's
to
up,
do
Kenneth
the same.
Burton?
He will be successful, but Suarez
he's
has
stinking
more
up the
trouble on
joint.
Back bumper right now, courtesy
Definitely
of
stinking up the joint, bro.
Car. Kyle Larson continues to show the way.
And right now in the free pass position is Kevin Harvick, presented by HIMS.com, for HIMS.com. If you've got problems, HIMS can help. Their 100% online process enables you to tackle hair loss, ED, tea, and more from the comfort of your own home. Check them out today at 4hims.com.
So at least the lead isn't getting any bigger. It's now 4 seconds.
Laps to go in the 2023 All-Star Race, and NASCAR's return to North Wilkesboro Speedway. Larson down into turns 1 and 2. Got the machine of Austin Cindric, who's already a lap down, right in front of him. We look up.
I think he's got to do something with the temper.
Is Bubba Wallace? He's just now entering the backstretch. He's got a full straightaway lead.
But yeah, I think he can win some races.
Hey, you know what I don't get? Why is that company always telling you to just...
Yeah, this thing is a snooze fest, y'all. Absolute snooze fest. The All-Star race is terrible. They should not even run it anymore. The All-Star race to me has been a joke since they left Charlotte. That was where the All-Star race was important. I like that they're not doing it in Charlotte all the time anymore, but yeah, I don't know. That this right here was really crazy because nobody had any setup notes. You know what I mean? Nobody had ever run this new car there. And so whoever hit on the setup was likely to make it a stinker. And this is right up Larson's alley. I mean, short track, tight turns, running the high side and the low side right up on that wall. This is right up his alley, y'all. He got 27 laps to go, and he's about to make $1 million. 52 up in here.
Sprint car racing.
Fox Sports 1 still with it. The lead, Larson's lead over Wallace, down a little bit to 3.7 seconds. Trying to sell, I know I'm trying to sell, y'all. Almost 6 seconds to Reddick. Harvick remains the first car 1 lap down in 18th. Larson has been pretty fast everywhere. More slick it is, the more Larson likes it, says Low Country Antiques. Truth. Absolute truth.
Get to the final 4.
Waiting for the top guys to pit, says Duke.
Under the LED lights and a perfect night for racing at the North Wilkesboro Speedway.
23 to go.
Still the race leader.
The lead is back to 4.
Through the Geico restart zone.
The Winston Select was a wild race back in the day. Made it really exciting. Remember when Earnhardt had the great looking paint schemes along with Gordon? Absolutely.
Seeing how much you could save.
You want to know what else is easy, Alex Hayden?
Those were, in my opinion, in my life, those were the best years of NASCAR. That the Winston Cup days, Earnhardt Sr., Jeff Gordon. That's why they're all on my, all the cars that I put up when the flags changed. They're all those drivers from that time, with the exception of Harvick and a couple others.
We surrender. This is over.
Yeah, they ruined Speed Weeks as well.
They would have stopped at 20 laps ago on cuts because he is beating the pulp out of this field right now.
Ross 13th.
Really been something special to watch.
And this is Winston Cup was the greatest era.
In the history of this sport, certainly in the All-Star race.
Okay, Dillon is now 1 lap down, so Harvick drops out of that first car 1 lap down, Mark.
Well, there is no doubt in my mind that Cal Larson tonight is one tire managing son of a gun.
Skeptic, we've got 20 laps to go. 20 laps to go.
Racing. Those guys run around those dirt tracks dead side.
Yeah, they didn't have the playoff points. I agree, chat. I agree. No stage racing.
Talk about all day long. Off at turn 4, he is all 4 tires down on the concrete. Drives that baby the dead straight line to the start-finish line, and I'm telling you what, that maneuver right there is saving tires.
All right, on lap 181, Kyle Larson, lap after lap.
Back then was when Bristol was good. They raced 3 wide at Bristol. They didn't have to put dirt on it.
Lights out unless we get a caution flag, and there's only 17 remaining laps. Alex Hayden.
Well, and we're in that point. If there's a caution right now, everybody
you used to get cigarettes at the track, man.
Put a lot of pressure on you.
Show your ID, go in a little tent, and come out the other end with 2 packs of Winston's.
But this is that type of part of the race now where if you're a crew chief like Cliff Daniels leading the race and pulling away, please don't let there be a caution flag. If you're everybody else, by golly, let's make something happen here and get a caution.
And I think right now we're definitely past the moment where if you think you're going to pit under green and unlap yourself and then go all the way around and still catch them, I don't think that's going to happen. So I think they've already
absolutely, Duke.
Past that particular point.
Absolutely,
you can pit and go back out and beat
the Bud Shootout days. Absolutely.
Closed a while ago. Let's go for a ride with the race leader Kyle Larson. The HendrickCars.com Chevy Camaro is back in turn
Carmel had the camel filters, had the fake money.
Josh Berry, a couple of laps ago, he put William Byron in the lap down category. Chris Buescher, who's had such a good night tonight.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as a smoking emoji. I thought that would be outlawed in today's day and age.
He started on the outside
Too
of the
funny.
front row in the All-Star race. 186 laps to go. We got 14 to go, and Larson's off turn 2.
Here he comes down the back straightaway, just making his way through traffic. He's got the luxury of time and distance. He's a full backstretch ahead of Bubba Wallace as he closes in now on Buescher.
Being very methodical.
Yeah, Mark Martin, yep.
Larson. Buescher will slip off turn 4. Here's Larson to the inside. Chris Buescher has no fight. He's going to let him slide right on by.
Martin Truex Jr. will be next in line. He's a good 5 or 6 car lengths ahead of Larson. Then it's Denny Hamlin next on the board. Thought Hamlin might have something for him tonight too, but like everybody else, he has just begun to wither in the sunlight that is Kyle Larson.
I'm a 13th right now for Denny Hamlin. It's Larson, Wallace, Reddick, Briscoe, Elliott. That is your top 5. The rest of the top 10 fading badly.
Who's going to get spun? Ask Duke. I don't know, man. 12 to go.
Ty Gibbs, Joey Logano.
12 to go.
It has been just amazing.
It looks like there's an interval between all the cars in the top 10, Duke. Like a big interval, you know, so pretty hard to wreck a guy if you can't get to him.
Executing. We'll have 10 laps to go next time.
Yeah, the old lug nuts, right?
The other teams and crew chiefs to go to the strategy. They force them into what this race is.
Slow.
Basically,
Larson stinking up the show.
And the problem is Cliff Daniels and Kyle Larson stole the cover.
Larson has now led 134 of these laps.
And Dave,
just 11 to go.
Close it out the way this has gone.
So do they not have to pit, chat?
Man, what a race. This is celebrate what we have seen and witnessed here tonight. And that is complete and utter domination by one team.
It's the equivalent of a perfect game in baseball. It's the equivalent of Nadia Comaneci scoring all those perfect 10s in the Olympics. You just don't see many perfect nights like this.
Way to go out on a limb there, Chev Fan 88. Way to go out on a limb and predict a Larson win. You're a regular Nostradamus, sir. Regular Nostradamus predicted the future.
As we wait for Kyle
One like away from 60, chat. They should have just made this race part of the regular season, says Kenneth.
Really no reason to do anything else.
Larson passed Hamlin.
Pulls high, lets him go. Denny Hamlin pulls high, lets him go. Brad Keselowski, who took everybody's breath away.
Oh, I have no argument that he's great, Duke. But they also hit on the setup, bro. They also hit on the setup.
1 and 2, Kyle Larson right there.
He'll look to the inside on Brad Keselowski. Doesn't have to push the point. Doesn't have to make any crazy moves. He's still an entire backstretch ahead of Bubba Wallace.
The driver right in front of Kyle Larson. Brad Keselowski just about brought the caution out, Dave, a couple of laps ago when we went.
It's still a 4-second lead for Larson, and he's passing cars like they're standing still. We're down to 12 cars on the lead lap.
That was not at all what he wanted to see. But now Brad Keselowski will go a lap down, and Kyle Larson's got a bunch of open racetrack.
He does. And
Jeremy says, look on the bright side. At least it's only a 200-lap snooze fest instead of a 500-lap one.
Moments got himself a nice piece of real estate, free and clear of lap traffic.
Truth, man. Kenneth says probably should have been a 400 laps since it was a short track.
Nobody on the front bumper. He can settle into this nice, quiet little piece of asphalt and probably ride it all the way to Pater.
4 laps to go. The last thing he wants to see or hear about would be a
5 to go
under the green flag. 4 to go. Kyle Larson off turn 2.
No traffic to worry about.
I thought they had to pit.
In the next lap or two on the Ricky Stenhouse Jr. machine, there will be absolutely no reason for him to try.
Exactly half the field is a lap or more down.
Stenhouse just simply really slows down. 3 laps to go. Stenhouse is right in front of Larson. Larson really rolls out of the throttle off turn 2.
He'll follow him off turn 2 to the back straightaway. Stenhouse now pulls up wide, gives him all the room, gives him a little hand signal, says take.
Looking forward to next Sunday, big dog. We'll be here.
$1 million on the line.
I think.
2 laps to go. He's across the line. Kyle Larson looking good. He's only got to do this 2 more times.
Kevin Harvick is ahead by about 5 car lengths, but again, Larson under no pressure whatsoever.
That's kind of a good deal when they just break it up in the middle there, Hunt Duke.
Kyle Larson up off
just split it down the middle and have a comp caution at the halfway point.
Money is a lap away from big money.
All right, here he goes.
The bottom of the racetrack just waves him by. Final pass of the night, and that will be it. Kyle Larson down the back straightaway.
Kyle Larson is the winner of the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro. A dominating, absolutely dominating performance.
Kyle Larson has won the NASCAR All-Star race at the North Wilkesboro Speedway in dominating fashion. Kyle Larson is the winner here tonight. Let's go to Victory Lane. I bet it's $1 million celebration.
And the crew is going absolutely crazy. Jeff Gordon is up here. Kyle got on the radio, told his team, you guys are incredible. Cliff Daniels is the one calling the shots, gets a huge high five from Jeff
Butterfly
Gordon.
says, wow.
Cliff, man, the car was amazing. You guys dominated.
At least Wilkesboro is back. I don't know if it's back for NASCAR. At least the cup level.
To North Wilkesboro, what does this mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, how cool is that? First off, thank you to NASCAR, State of North Carolina, the Smith family, Marcus Smith.
Over, Butterfly, it's over.
I know Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a lot, so much to do with this to bring this back, and really a lot of the folks with Dale Jr. to revive the racetrack. It's amazing to be here. The crowd is phenomenal. I'm just so proud of the 5 team. We were not very good yesterday, and to be honest,
something is really weird is happening. My vision here, looking at the 3 car.
Took in a lot of feedback on the way. But
is it moving weird or something?
And just took it all in, took in the environment. It's so cool, so special to be here.
Am I the only one seeing that?
God, this is such a blessing, and proud of Kyle Larson, proud of this team.
Yeah, it was just an all-star exhibition race, Butterfly.
The last time the Cup Series raced here, Jeff Gordon was in Victory Lane.
He's doing burnouts, a Kowicki lap, going the wrong way. Nothing but smoke behind that 5. 61-45 at halftime.
Smoking the tires, but what a great
I remember some fighting after races.
Kyle, this whole team, Hendrick Cars.
That's the bottom line because Larson said so, says Dave Rhodes.
Obviously, coming in, they weren't very good in the heats and struggled in practice, and were towards the back. And Cliff made a great call to come get tires, and holy cow, tires matter at this place.
So no scoring pylon there. There's someone uses those numbers you buy at Walmart.
Wilkesboro.
And puts them up there to say the position of the car on the track.
Man, what just a fun and exciting night. The energy here is unbelievable. And glad Hendrick Cars
Davey Allison and Kyle Petty crashing past the finish line to a snooze fest in 2023. Yeah, NASCAR is going the wrong way, ladies and gentlemen. They're going the wrong way.
That goes into the fuel at its stations that it does for the race fuel that powers the fastest racing machines around the world. Sunoco fueling
at 65 likes, it'll be less than 1,000 view stream. I'm going to stream the 600 next week, guaranteed.
Sure,
but after that, y'all, these NASCAR streams are in trouble. If I can't get a couple thousand views, I mean, I literally can't justify doing it. Can't justify the loss of my time. But we'll see how it works out next week. He's won $3 million so far. Appreciate it, Duke. The 600 is next week. It's the Coca-Cola 600. It's a big, I always get them mixed up, y'all. Labor Day, Memorial Day. Big Memorial Day race every year. One of the biggest races on the NASCAR schedule. Butterfly says, once the NBA is done, more will be here. I don't know. We were doing 20K last year when the NBA was going. That was a quick race, says Alex. Kenneth says, thank you, Valhalla. Thank you, Kenneth, for the dono. Thanks for all you do, Valhalla Holla. See you next time. Roll Tide, says Kenneth Burton. Larson being interviewed, his third career All-Star win already. Tied for second all-time with the most. That's crazy. Chevy fan says, appreciate the stream. Larson, you whiner, says Al. Dave says, it's my birthday too. I didn't know it was your birthday, dude. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Big Dog says, Larson needs to thank Chastain for not wrecking him tonight. And I'd like to thank Ross Chastain for not wrecking me tonight. Kenneth says, no disrespect for Larson, but the racing stinks. Yeah, I think this new car is hurting this whole thing, y'all. This new car that debuted, last year or the year before? It is hurting this series. It's hurting the sponsorship opportunities. Not a good time. I think that's why Harvick's getting out. Larson needs to give the fans some of that money. I think the sponsors are getting out. Well, I'm in April, Butterfly. I'm in April. Remember? April. I know the attendance numbers are down quite a bit. I just don't think people want... In essence, what you've got here on the NASCAR level chat is you've got these race car drivers every week driving what we used to call an IROC car. There's very little they can do to the chassis or to the bodies. And so we used to call it IROC back in my day. Put them in cars that are basically the same and have them go out and race. The only thing was IROC was better because they raced on the super speedways and there was drafting. Dave says I meant next Sunday is my birthday. Oh, next Sunday. '28th. Oh, Skeptic, I meant to talk to you. I was looking through those pictures you sent, dude, and I saw one of those stalls had like Dodger stuff in it. Was there nothing good in there? For cheap? I did see there was a jersey hanging up there. "27 years ago, Gordon won the race there." NASCAR should bring back post-race fights. I don't think you can do it that way either. That's what got NASCAR in this trouble, is trying to regulate everything. Trying to organize it so that, like, manufactured excitement. The whole stage thing came about because they were throwing caution flags for water bottles in order to bunch up the field. No, I don't want you to buy me one, dude. I was just asking. No, don't buy me one, bro. I'm just saying I saw that they had like a flag there, a cool Dodger flag and stuff like that. I'm just curious what kind of pricing it was. Was it better pricing than if you buy it online? I remember the post-race models kissing the winner like DW, says Big Dog. Yeah, we're the kissing chicks in Winner's Circle. They do it. Probably his girlfriend. Jay said I might be in Niagara Falls for my birthday. Well, there you go. Are you going to go down in a barrel, Dave? Are you going to go down in a barrel? All right, so Sunday night, y'all. I remember bikini contests at Ascot Raceway. Ascot was so much fun, Conrad. All the prices at Denials are negotiable, says Skeptic. That was the only one in the pictures that I saw that looked like it had sports stuff in it. Skeptic. What was the deal with that one picture with the big pots? Dave Rhodes says, hell no, I'm not going down in a barrel. Come on, man. Go down in a barrel. So, COO, Bobby checked in. Dinner went well. He was going on a walk down the beach with her, and he checked in with the chat. Idiot. Those are the days, that's for sure, says Big Dog. Huh? I don't know. I don't know what she knows or doesn't know. You remember when they did Champion? What are you talking about? Was Bobby hand in hand? I don't know, Butterfly. I don't know. That would be pretty stupid if he was. I'm thinking she hit the bathroom to call her girlfriends, like you mentioned earlier. And he took that as an opportunity to jump in the Valhalla Sports Talk chat. I remember Prime Ticket, Conrad. I remember Prime Ticket. Sunday, COO. You wish you were Butterfly? You wish you had 4 days left before you were off for a whole summer? Well, hell, you got a whole summer worth of vacation. Just take it. I'm going back next Sunday with my brother, so I'll check out the sports stuff. Hey, I appreciate it, dude. We need to ask her how many bathroom trips she's took, says Butterfly. Butterfly, you're a troublemaker. Butterfly, you've come out of your shell and you've become kind of a troublemaker. And I respect that. I'm not going to lie. I like it. But you're starting to become little bit of an instigator, troublemaker type on the channel. And I like it. Yeah, Kevin Harvick won't be in the 29 again. I don't think he'll get that number for Keelan either. Who here remembers the wide world of sports? Me. Skeptic says, I like it too. Butterfly says, I am being a girly girl. Whatever. Going to the casino up there, Rhodes. I think you're supposed to go down in a barrel. I think that's kind of a requirement, bro. Or at least go out there accidentally and get saved. Get someone to rescue you before you fall over the waterfall. Just leave Leah on the beach. Leave Leah on the beach. Maybe with a nice grizzly bear or something to protect her. Whatever. You missed the champagne. Yeah, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Hello, Thornelius. How come your mama hasn't given you your bone that you got left? All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Next stream tomorrow night, Lakers versus Nuggets. Butterfly's favorite, LeBron James, going to try to stay alive. Stay alive. And then Tuesday, Dodgers versus Braves. Butterfly says, listen, I'm just letting you know how a girl thinks on a date, Valhalla. I'm not a troublemaker. I'm out. Peace. Good night, Gracie. Valhalla Sports Talk is off the air.